Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So let's try this new format. Let me know if you prefer the story with the mask on or the mask off. So now get ready and let's dive into tonight's dark, terrifying bedtime story. The house remembers. It always remembers. Not the laughter, but the silence that follows. The heavy, breathless silence that settles like dust over forgotten things. Tonight, it remembers you. You lie awake, the dark is wrong. Not the gentle dark of closed eyes, not the soft hush of the night. The dark is watching. It gathers corners thick as something breathing, stretching itself along the ceiling, spilling slowly down the walls, like ink that does not dry. You turn your head. The door is closed. You are certain it was open. A sound. Not loud, not sudden. Just there. A faint shift, like fabric drag across the floor. Like fingers brushing wood, like something learning how to move again. You hold your breath. The sound stops. No, it waits. The closet door is open now, just a little. A thin line of deeper dark, splitting the shadows in two. You don't remember it opening. You don't remember anything moving. But it must have. Something must have. You tell yourself it's the house settling. But the house is not that old. And the sound is closer now. Tap. Not from the closet, from under the bed. Your heart shudders. You freeze. Every instinct screams, "Do not look," because you know with certainty of nightmares that something is waiting from the moment your eyes drop to meet it. Tap. Closer now. A slow, deliberate rhythm, not random, not accidental, intentional, patient. You pull the blanket tighter, as if fabrics could stop it, as if anything could. The air changes, colder, thicker. You feel it before you understand it. Something has moved, not outside the bed, inside the room, closer than before. You count your breaths. 1, 2, 3. A whisper right beside your ear, soft, wet, breathing your name like it has been practicing. You don't scream. You can't. Your throat closes. Your voice trapped somewhere deeper, somewhere it cannot escape. Don't look, it says. And that's when you realized you already are. Because your eyes are open, and the ceiling above you is not your ceiling. It is shifting slowly, like skin pulled too tight, stretching, sagging from shapes that almost remembers. Don't look, it says. And that's when you realize you already are. Because your eyes are open, and the ceiling above you is not your ceiling. It's shifting, slowly, like skin pulling too tight, stretching, sagging, forming shapes that almost resembles faces. Almost, but not quite human. Not quite anything that should exist. They're watching you, all of them, from inside the ceiling, from inside the walls, from behind the thin mask of what your room used to be. Stay still, the voice whispers again. Closer now. Too close. Something brushes your arm. Not gently, not by accident. A hand, cold, too many fingers. You try to move. You cannot. Your body does not belong to you anymore. The bed dips, slowly, carefully, as if something is climbing into it. Something heavy. Something that knows exactly how much weight it can place before you break. The whisper comes again, from above you now, from where your face should be safe. We waited. The second voice answered, from under the bed. So long, a third voice, from inside your chest. Now you see us. Your breath catches, because that one did not sound outside. It came from within you. Your reflection appears, not in the mirror. There is no mirror. But you see it anyway, hovering just above your body, like a memory forced into shape. It's you, but wrong. Its eyes are too deep. Its smiles too wide, stretching far beyond where your face should end. And it's looking down at you. You left the door open, it says. You remember now? Not tonight. Not this room. But another time. Another place. A door you should have not opened. A darkness you should not have noticed. Because it noticed you back. We followed, it whispered. The hand tightened on your arm. Bone pressed where bone should not. Fingers sink just a little too deep. You brought us here. The ceiling faces began to peel, slowly, like wet paper, revealing something underneath, something that moves, even when the rest of it does not. The bed sinks lower, closer, closer, and then you feel it, breathing, not yours, directly beneath your skin, as if something is trying to learn how to wear you. Your reflection leans closer. Its mouth opens wider. Too wide, wider than anything living could manage. Sleep, it says. The room bends, the wall stretches, the dark thickens until it's no longer something you see, but something you are inside. The last thing you feel is your own hand, moving without your permission, lifting slowly towards your face. And the last thing you hear is your voice, not yours, whispering from the dark. Don't worry. A pause. A smile you cannot stop. We'll take it from here. And somewhere deep inside the walls, inside the bed, inside the hollow spaces behind everything, something finally falls asleep, but it isn't you. The engine hums like something alive, low and patient, a throat clearing in the dark. You don't remember starting the drive. The road stretches ahead, thin as a scar, cut through a forest that leans too close, branches bent inward, like they're listening. No car passes, no light follow. Even your headlights feel swallowed, their glow dissolving just a few feet ahead, as if the darkness is thicker than it should be. You check the rear view mirror. Nothing. Just the back seat. Empty. Was it always empty? The radio crackles, static first, a dry whisper like breath dragged across broken teeth. Then, music, faint, wrapped, a lullaby you almost recognize. A woman's voice, soft, trembling, but it slows, wraps, drops in a pitch, until it becomes something else, something wrong. You reach to turn it off, but your hand stops. You don't remember deciding to stop it. Your fingers hover inches away, as though something unseen is holding your wrist. The song continues. Now you hear words, not singing, whispering. Close, too close. Don't look back. The road curves. You don't remember this curve. You don't remember any turns. Trees blur past, taller now, thicker. Their trunks too dark to reflect your lights. They look burnt or hollow or watching. You press the accelerator. The car responds, but the speedometer doesn't change. 60 kilometers, always 60. The needle doesn't move, no matter how hard you press. You glance at the clock. 2:17 a.m. You blink. Still 2:17 a.m. A minute pass. Still 2:17. Another. Still the same time. Something shifts in the back seat. You freeze. No, it's nothing. It's just the road. Just your imagination. You know it's empty. You checked. The radio cuts out. Silence floods in. Thick, heavy, pressed against your ears until you can hear your own heartbeat. Slow. Too slow. Then, the sound. The sound behind you. A breath. Wet. Dragging. Right against your ear. You don't turn around. You can't. Your hands tighten on the wheel. The forward presses closer. The road narrows. The headlights dim. And the air inside the car grows cold. So cold your breath fogs in front of you. But something else fogs too. From the back seat, a second breath. You look. The whisper is clearer now. Not from the radio. Not from the outside. From inside the car. From right behind you. You shouldn't have looked. You slam your foot on the brake. The car doesn't slow. The pedal sinks uselessly beneath your foot. Soft, unresisting, like stepping into mud. The road continues, endless, unbroken, unforgiven. The rear view mirror tilts, slowly, by itself. You didn't touch it, did you? It shifts upward just enough to show the back seat. You try not to look. You know you shouldn't look. But your eyes, they move on their own. At first, nothing, just darkness. But then, a shape too tall to be sitting, folded wrong, bent at angles nobody should bend. Its head pressed sideways against the roof. Its face, no, not a face, a suggestion of one. Something stretched where features should be. Something smiling without a mouth. Your breath catches. The thing tilts its head, mirroring you. Slowly. Patiently. Like it's been waiting. There you are. The headlights flickered. For a moment, total darkness. In that instant, you feel it, closer. Right behind your seat, something brushed your hair. The lights snap back on. The road is gone, only trees now, grounding in. Their branches scraping against the car like fingernails. The engine screams. The speedometer still reads 60. Always 60. The mirror. It's closer now. You didn't move it. But the reflection, it fills more of the glass. The thing is nearer. Its head no longer bent. Now upright, Too upright. Too close. Its face pressed forward, almost touching the mirror, almost touching you. Why did you stop driving? You didn't. You never stopped. Your hands, they aren't yours anymore. They're gripping the wheel too tightly, fingers stretched, too long, too pale. The skin doesn't look right. The radio snaps back on. A lullaby again, but now it's louder, clearer, and you understand every word. Drive, little one, don't slow down. The road is long, you won't turn around. If you glance back, if you see, you'll make a place for me. The thing in the mirror, it smiled wider. Impossible. Endless. The car door locked. Click. All of them, one by one. The forest disappeared. The road returned. Straight, endless, unchanging. The clock, 2:17 a.m. Still. You try to scream. Nothing comes out. The whisper returns right against your ear. Warm now, almost gentle. We're almost there. You don't remember where you were going. You don't remember leaving. You don't remember who you were before the drive. There's no back seat anymore. No car. Just darkness and that face. Closer, closer, closer. And then you realize you're not looking at it. It's looking at you from the other side of the mirror, waiting for you to blink. Because when you do, you won't be driving anymore. You'll be in the back seat, and something else will take the wheel. The wind didn't sound like the wind that night. It sounded like breathing. Slow. Wet. Close. I remember checking the time, 11:47 p.m., while adjusting the cheap plastic skeleton hanging on my front porch. Halloween had always been my favorite night. Kids laughing, leaves crunching, the smell of cold air and candy. Normal. And safe. That's what I thought. A faint crunch came from the woods across the street. I froze. Hello? I called out, forcing a laugh. If you're trying to scare me, it's working. Silence. Then, a branch snapped louder this time. My smile dropped. Okay, not funny. Something moved between the trees. Fast. Too fast. Like a shadow slipping from one trunk to another. I stepped back toward my door. That's when I heard it. A low, dragging inhale. Not human. Right behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Just my Porsche. The decoration. The dim orange glow of a pumpkin I carved earlier. Its crooked smile suddenly looked wrong. Then it flickered. And in that flicker, I saw it. Standing at the edge of the Porsche. Tall. Wrong. Bent in places a body shouldn't bend. Its head tilted, jaw hanging slightly open, as if unhinged. Eyes reflecting the light like an animal's. I blinked. Gone. Nope. I'm done. I rushed inside, slammed the door, locked it. My hands were shaking. Just someone messing with you, I muttered. Just a costume. Just... Something hit the door. Hard. I stumbled back. Hey! I shouted, my voice cracked. Get off my property! Silence. Then, a slow, deliberate scratch, dragging claws down the wood. My stomach dropped. Okay, not funny anymore. I grabbed my phone. No signal. Of course. Scratching stopped. For a second I thought maybe it left. Then, the entire door shook violently. Another hit. And another. The wood splintered slightly near the lock. "Stop!" I screamed. And then it spoke. Not clearly, not human, but close enough. "Open." A whisper, wet, forced through teeth that didn't fit the word. "Let me in." My blood turned to ice. "No!" Silence. Then a sudden growl exploded from the other side. The door bulged inward. Cracks spread like veins. I backed into the kitchen, grabbing a knife with a shaking hand. "Stay back!" I whispered, even though it couldn't hear, or maybe it could. Then everything went quiet, too quiet. Seconds passed, maybe a minute. Nothing. I stepped closer to the door, heart pounding in my ears. "Hello?" No answer. I leaned in, pressed my ear against the wood. And that's when I heard it. Not outside. Inside. Breathing. Right behind me. Warm. Heavy. I turned slowly and saw it standing in the hallway. It had got in. I don't know how. It filled the space, towering. It filled the space, towering. Fur matted and dark like it had been dragged through something thick. Its arm hung too long, claws tapping softly against the floor. Its face, God. Its face looked almost human, like it was trying to remember how. Its lips peeled back in a slow, unnatural smile. And then, it lunged! I screamed, stumbling backward, the knife slipping from my hand. I hit the wall beside me with a defining crack, claws embedding into the drywall like paper. I ran, barefoot, slipping on the hardwood, heart exploding in my chest. Behind me, heavy footstep, fast, too fast. A growl right on my back. I slammed into my bedroom, tried to close the door. A claw jammed through the gap. Wood splintered. I pushed with everything I had. "Get out!" The claw twitched, then withdrew. For a second, I thought I had won. Then, the entire door exploded inward. It stood there again, closer, smiling wider, drool dripping from its teeth. And then it spoke again, clearer this time. "Found you." The lights went out, pitch black. I couldn't see, but I could hear it, moving, circling, closer, closer. And just before everything went silent, it whispered, "Happy Halloween." Then, nothing. They found me the next morning, curled into the corner, alive. But I don't remember how I survived. I just remember one thing. Every Halloween since, at exactly 11:47 p.m., I hear that breathing again, closer each year. And last night, it wasn't outside. It was in the house, waiting.